Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing great. And in this video, we're going to discuss some word problems that are for the quadratic equations and solving quadratic equations. So here in this example, it says to you a rectangular hall has a length that is 7 meters more than its width. The area of the hall is 60 square meters. State the dimensions, length, and width of the hall. Definitely, once you read this question, you're not going to be able to understand anything, or you just feel like, oh, what is going on? I don't know, understand which lesson this actually is. So, all what you need to do is just to try to imagine actually the question. So, for example, here, just a second. All right, here, I'm going to draw the rectangle. That's one way of doing it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to draw the rectangle. Here you go. So they said a rectangular hallway. All right, so here it says that the length is 7 meters. We agree the length is the long one. So this is 7 meters. Okay, so I'm just going to write 7. All right, and it says to you also, oh, I'm sorry, it says to you that the length is 7 meters more than its width. Now, do we know that the width? Do I know what the width is? No, I don't know what the width is. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write here just X for the width because they didn't give me the width, but they said that the length is 7 meters more than the width. So the length is going to be X plus 7. Good. So here is the width. Here is the length. Good. All right. The saying to you the area of the hall is 60 square meters. Oh, what is the area? What is area of rectangle? Because they said that it's a rectangle. What is the area? Yes, it's length times width. So how are we supposed to do this? Let's do it. Length times width is x multiplied by x plus 7. They said it is what? Equal to what? It is equal to 60. Okay, now things started to make sense a little bit, or things started to be clearer. In the beginning, once you read the question, you're gonna just shrug and say to me, "Oh, mister, I don't know, understand. What do they want from me? How can I find this? Draw the rectangle for God's sake. Come on, draw it and write that the width is X because I don't know the width. And write that the length is the same as the width, which is X, but they said it's 7 meters more, so it's X plus 7. They told you that the area is 60, so x multiplied by x plus 7 is 60, is equal to 60. Now I have an equation. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to expand. X times x is squared. X plus times 7 is going to be positive 7x. And here the 60, I'm going to bring it to the other side, but instead of 60, I'm going to make it negative 60. Equals 0. Okay, now I got a quadratic equation. Definitely, if I know what the x is equal to, I will be able to get the length and get the width. I just need to find what the x is equal to. I got a quadratic equation. We learned how to solve a quadratic equation, solve it, find the value of x, find the length and the width. So let's continue here. All right, this is a quadratic equation with a equals 1. What do you mean, Mr. A equals 1? A equals 1, it means that the coefficient of x squared is just 1. So we learned how to do this. How are we going to do it? You're going to do what? I need to find the two numbers that multiply to negative 60. So I need two numbers that multiply to negative 60. Let me erase this. Here, I need two numbers that multiply to negative 60. So and at the same time, they add to positive 7. What are they? Huh? You're going to find that it is? Oh, mister, I have 12 times 5. They give me 60. Oh, I'm going to make actually the 12 times negative 5. Oh, why am I not negative 12 times 5? Because I want positive 7 when I add them up. When I add them up, I wanted the sign of the bigger number to be positive. If I made the sign of the bigger number negative, that will give me negative 7. So it is 12 times negative 5 gives me negative 60. 12 plus -5 gives me +7. Now, what are we supposed to do? Open the brackets normally this way and equal 0. We agree here is x, here is x. So this is what's going to be what? One of them is going to be 12, +12, and the other is -5. So +12, -5. Oh, mister, I thought that we need to break the 7x into 12x or -5x. That is in the other level. When a is not 1, when you have a number in here, we multiply a by c. We're going to see this in the next example, but this is the first and the easiest level. No tricks at all. I just found the two numbers that give me -60 when they are multiplied. They give me +7 when they are added. Good. Let's now solve the equation. I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to say to them, I got here x plus 12 equals 0. I got here x minus 5 equals 0. So here x is equal to -12, and here x is equal to -5. All right, so we used to say this. We used to say, so just a second. All right. We used to say, so x equals -12 or x equals +5. Sorry, this is +5 equals -5 goes there, +5. X equals +5. Good? All right. But here in this case, x cannot be equal to -12. Why, mister? Because we're talking about width. You're telling me the width is -12 meters? This is impossible. This is width. Have you ever heard about distance in negative? Like I tell you, the distance from here to the school or to my workplace is -2 kilometers. That doesn't make any sense. So the same thing exactly with length or width. If you're measuring, you cannot measure something with negative numbers. So definitely, mister, here -12, not applicable, not possible. So it is only 5. The width is equal to width is equal to 5. Length, we said up what? We said the length is 7 meters more than the width. So 5 plus 7, which is 12 meters. That's it. You see how the question started? Very unclear. I do not know what I'm supposed to do. Draw the square and everything will make sense to you. All right. Let's go to the next question, and it's the last question. A factory produces packets of sweets each day. The number of packets produced per day, N, that's the number of packets, depends on the number of workers, X. That's the number of workers. Okay, so here's the number of packets. Here is the number of workers in the factory. And they give you this equation. They tell it's n equals 2x² plus 4x. The number of packets that get produced is expressed through 2x² plus 4x. If the factory must produce 48 packets, if the factory must produce 48 packets in a day, how many workers are needed? How many workers are needed? Let's do this. N is 48 packets. They told you, they said this, if the factory must produce exactly 48 packets. So I'm going to take here this, N equals 2x² plus 4x. They want how many workers are needed. And they told you the number of workers is what? X. So they want what is the value of X when N is 48. This is the question. Let's do it. I'm going to take the 48 to the other side with negative. Let's rewrite this. 2x² plus 4x. I'm taking the 48 to the other side. It's going to be -48 and equals 0. Oh, Mr. Where did we supposed to write equals 0 this side? It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, do it. So I feel comfortable having the equal sign on the right side this way. No problem at all. So now I did 2x squared plus 4x minus 48 equals 0. Let's solve the equation. This is a quadratic equation. Let's do it. All right, how can I do this? Negative 48. Mister, 1 second. Actually, I have a coefficient for x squared. A is not equal to 1. A is equal to 2. So I need to do AC method. The what? The AC method. All right, so what are we supposed to do here? I take the 2 and I multiply it by negative 48. Good? So 2 multiplied by negative 48, which is going to give us what? Sorry. All right, which is going to give us what? It's going to give us negative 96. Negative 96 here. I need two numbers that when I multiply them, they give me negative 96. When I add them, they give me positive 4. Keep thinking, use the times tables. You're going to find that. You're going to find the following. We're gonna do negative 12, or actually it's supposed to be here 8. Negative 8, negative 8 multiplied by 12. This is going to give us negative 96. But Mr. You were going to say negative 12 times 8. That's what I was going to say in the beginning. Yes, but I wanted the bigger sign to be positive. The sign of the bigger number to be positive because negative 12 plus 8 will not give me 4, will give me negative 4. So I wanted negative 8 plus 12. This will give me positive 4. So again, we multiply the 2 by negative 48, give us negative 96. Negative 8 times positive 12 is going to give us negative 96. Negative 8 plus 12 is going to give us positive 4. And what are we going to do next? We're going to break the 4x into negative 8x and positive 12x. Let's do it. So I'm going to do here 2x squared minus 8x plus 12x minus 48 equals 0. And what are we going to do next? We're going to factorize. Put the first two terms in brackets this way, and the last two terms in brackets this way. All right, now we can factorize. What is the factor that we're going to get out? Here it is going to be 2x, open brackets, is going to give us here x minus 4. Here, I'm going to take what? I'm going to need to take 4 out of that's 48. I'm going to need to take 12 out of this. So it's going to be plus 12. Here is going to be x. Here is going to be minus 4 equals 0. I got the two brackets are the same, so I'm going to take them only once. And here, 2x plus 12 remaining. So 2x plus 12 equals 0. Split the page into two parts. X minus 4 equals 0. X equals 4. 2x plus 12 equals 0. So 2x equals negative 12. X equals negative 6. Definitely, you cannot say, I need negative 6 of workers. Not possible. Just exactly like the width. So we need 4 workers. 4 workers in order to produce the number of packets that they were requesting in the questions. They said the factory must produce exactly 48 packets. Form the quadratic equation. Done. We formed the quadratic equation. State the possible number of workers needed to produce 48 packets of sweets. Here we go. We already stated that it is 4 workers are needed in order to produce 48 packets of sweets. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you in another video.